when we had our last interview, I think, you predicted that Young Thug would get time served.
Definitely.
Young Thug got time served.
Definitely.
Everyone was shocked except for you.
Said it before it happened.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Okay, first of all, I seen that they had somebody else running for that head DA spot, right? And her whole campaign was, if I get elected, I'm going to quit Young Thug.
Right.
Right? So now what they're playing on is, if you notice, Young Thug was released right before the vote. Right? I get a conviction and let him go on a case that's a wobbler now.
Very much so.
It's a wobbler. So do I play it all the way out and he walks?
Right. Or there's a mistrial.
Or
and we have to start over.
Gotti did today. It's still a YSL RICO.
Gotti, he was actually freed. He was actually found not guilty.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
There was no mistrial.
Do I play it all the way out with Thug and he walks and I look crazy? All the time, effort, the money, resources we spend into
the
this. The
longest trial in Georgia history
and we look crazy.
Ever. Yeah.
Or do I get a conviction and free him to make it look like I show some amnesty where I can capitalize off some of these votes that she's trying to get based on she'll free Young Thug if she's elected. If she frees Young Thug, right, you lose those people that may have voted for you just for that, right? And if I get him to take this deal, she still gets a conviction.
Right, because when you plead guilty, when you take a plea deal, it's still a conviction.
It's a conviction on the books.
Right, but I can't say that Donovan Nut Thomas's family is probably very upset over, him getting time served. Because from what I was told, his mother went to like over 100 court days to actually watch this play out, only to have this guy walk after 2 years with just probation.
Well, at the end of the day, it was never proven that Thug did it himself.
True.
And they couldn't prove that he had it done.
Yeah.
So why would she be upset? Wouldn't she want the right people convicted of that? You wouldn't want an innocent person convicted of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because when I did the interview with Woody, we went through the whole case. And
didn't Woody copy that one? Him and his buddy? I remember, was that the one at the barbershop or something?
It's very muddy.
But that's
there was
the
a secret meeting,
right?
And everything. Well, a barbershop, Nut got killed in front of a barbershop. And what happened was, after he got shot, his brother was there, and his brother said that Nut's last words were, "Young Thug had me killed."
See, now there's some Tupac shit right now.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, how do you know that? You're assuming that.
He's assuming.
Do you know how many people, right? I have a problem with you, Vlad. And they know, everybody knows that you guys have a problem. So if something happens to you right now, they're automatically gonna look your way. They sit back. Yo, you heard such and such got into it, right? Right? Such and such got to be a total of a dude. All right? Now the dude that been waiting a year, 2, 3 years, he makes his move. Why? Because nobody's gonna be thinking it's him. They're gonna think it's the guy you just got into it with, right? So Tupac did the same thing. Got rushed at Quad Studios, initiated the shooting. He shot himself. He fired the first shot. And then turned around, right, after you didn't talk to these dudes walking up upstairs. Yo, we up here, man. We in the studio, whatever. They hear the shots. If we sent the hit and we hear the shots, our alibi is the studio.
Yeah, you're not coming down.
We're not coming down.
No, it's established that Biggie and,
we're
Puffy
not, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's
dude come down the stairs, he sees them. Y'all did it. So at the end of the day, man, unless I mean, like, he's assuming that. If he had a problem, maybe he did have a problem. The Thug might have said something his own, maybe he did, but I'm pretty sure Thug is not the only individual that person had an issue with.
Look, I'm not saying he had anything to do with it, but when you look at the actual case, it's fairly crazy because according to the paperwork, they say that Thug put a green light on Nut, and after the actual shooting, they said that Young Thug met with Woody and the other guys at a McDonald's right afterwards.
What did Woody say? Woody said it had nothing to do with Thug.
That's what Woody said.
My homeboy
But
and him
I
had an
think
issue.
previously, when he was in interrogation rooms, he said something very different. Now, when he got on the stand and when he started doing interviews, the story changed.
Yeah, so, at the end of the day, blessings to him and his family, but, you can't put it on the man if it wasn't proven, man,
Well, and after the murder happened, Woody went to Young Thug's condo and he packed and then he left to Miami. There's a lot of stuff in
Was
there.
Thug at the condo?
Not sure.
So even if Thug was at the condo, right? Listen, even if Thug was at the condo, I could have just did something before I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to claim I was at Vlad.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Time frame.
It doesn't matter at this point. He's freed. He did his time served. He pled guilty to some lesser charges. And whatever we say at this point doesn't matter. There's no double jeopardy. He can't be retried. This is why we're talking about it openly. It doesn't matter. Young Thug is free. And number one, he's got 15 years probation. Do you think he can stay clean during those 15 years?
Well, he got 35 years over his head. Let's get it right.
If he goes back in. But the probation...
He got 15 years clean. So let's say he violates, right? And they say for this violation, we're going to give you 3 years. And let's say he's out 2 years, right? So after he's out 2 years to the 3, they're going to say, now at this point, they're going to say, you got 30 years left.
Yeah, they keep extending the probation.
No, they just knock it off to 35. The time you're out and the time you do while you in, we give you 10 years. When he gets out, it's less 10 on there, right? So, or you can give him 15 clean and come up from under the 35. So what I think right now, the thug he should be, was seeing a lot of his people tell, experiencing the financial hardship that he probably went through, having enough time. He had 30 months of thinking that sound, reflect back, on his opportunities and the position he's in. If he moves to the right place, I believe it'd be fairly easy for him because his reset button should have already been pushed.
Yeah, I agree. Going through what he went through as a multimillionaire, living in mansions and so forth, I think he learned his lesson, knowing that he potentially had life on the table.
It's real.
Yeah.